Hey everyone, today I want to talk about the Ford Oasis Report. Now, if you've been on any Ford forums in the last few years, you've probably seen this brought up more than once. Now, most people have not seen these or are not really familiar with these, so I just want to go over the information that they typically contain. A general description of a Ford Oasis report is essentially Ford's internal Carfax report, and this can potentially contain information that a regular Carfax or vehicle history report may not contain. These will often contain information about the vehicle once it leaves the factory, things like warranty claims, outstanding recall, and probably the most important thing, any damage that was done to the vehicle after it left the factory. Now, like I said, you can get these whether the car is new or used, and depending on whether you ordered the vehicle or if it's been sitting on a dealer lot, it's definitely something you want to do. Example would be when I bought my GT350, I bought it from a dealer that already had it built because my regular dealer was not able to order one, and it had been at the dealer for a few months. So I had them pull a Oasis report for this just to make sure there was nothing, no damage reported to it or nothing wrong with the vehicle, versus my Raptor I ordered from my local dealer specially for me, and it wasn't sitting around. I knew right away when it came in. I knew that no damage was done to the body of the truck, so nothing like that came out. So depending on if the vehicle was sitting around or whether it was ordered specifically for you is whether or not you want to get a report. Also, definitely get one for a used Ford vehicle that's sitting on a dealer lot, or even if it's being sold privately. I personally think it's really good to maintain a relationship with your local Ford dealer if they have a good reputation and you've been dealing with them for a long time and you know you can trust them. I've been able to get these reports from my local dealer on various Ford vehicles, and they're very receptive to providing these for me. If you're looking at a Ford vehicle, especially on a dealer lot, and the dealer says they cannot get an Oasis report, walk away. They are lying to you. Now, this is not available to the general public. This is a Ford only report that only dealers have access to, but every Ford dealer can get these things. So like I said, if they say, oh, sorry, we can't get one, they're probably trying to hide something about the car, and walk away or get one from another dealer that's reputable or willing to work with you. So like I said, the most important thing on these things is damage reported to the vehicle once it left the factory. Now, just like a regular Carfax, this is not the end-all, tell-all. There is a possibility that the information does not get on here, depending on who owns the vehicle when the damage happens. If it happens in transport, typically it's going to be on here. Also, if the vehicle is at the dealer but Ford still owns it, typically it's going to be on here. But if the vehicle is owned outright by the dealership, there's a possibility they may not report this to Ford and they may just fix it themselves, especially if they're linked to their own specific body shop. But it's definitely a good piece of information that can give you peace of mind and kind of tell you what's going on with the vehicle. Next thing is going to be warranty claims. For my GT350 fans, this is important. If you're looking to get a GT350, especially used, you want to know if the engine's been replaced on these things, and a Oasis report, if it's been done under warranty, will definitely contain that information. And then also outstanding recalls. Now, recalls for the most part can be you can find them online, whether you go on safercar.gov or on any of the other various websites that will have recall information, but that will typically also be on here. So I just kind of want to go down the list and discuss what information is actually on here and how it's laid out. I have one for both my Raptor and my GT350R. Now, some of the information, like especially the information on the top, this is downloaded or uploaded to Ford rather through the Ford Pass app. If you have that on your phone, it'll say basic things like what your tire pressures are, how much fuel you have in a vehicle, and what the mileage is. Now, it'll also contain just some basic information on the vehicle, make, model, what engine it has in it, the transmission, talk about the drivetrain, the axles, the paint code, the paint on it. Again, basic information that you could pretty much find anywhere. But as we go down, it starts to get into some more important and specific information. Any outstanding field service action need to be done, basically any recalls that have to be done on the vehicle. Are there any warnings found with the VIN? And probably the most important piece of information on here is going to be repair notifications. Was the vehicle damaged in transit? Did it have a dent in the fender? Did a significant body part of the vehicle need replacement? That's the most important thing you're going to want to find. Again, not an end-all, tell-all. The dealers don't necessarily have to report this. You can always check a vehicle with a paint depth gauge if you have one and you're concerned about the body of the vehicle. But again, this is just more information that's available to you. Also, warranty. When the warranty actually started and when it runs out. That's an important piece of information to know. As well as what's covered under warranty. Like the powertrain is 560 on my Raptor, as well as the bumper-to-bumper is 336. So now you kind of know your parameters, and you can go off of when the warranty date started, so you know exactly when the warranty runs out. Also, some other things on here that are going to be covered. Things like the brake pads are covered for 12 months or 18,000 miles. So a little bit more information towards the bottom. Now, on the next page is where you start to get more vehicle-specific information. These two pages are about the same. This one goes into a little bit more detail. So it'll also contain here, if the car has a Ford ESP warranty. On here, it says not available because I have a different type of warranty on my vehicles. It'll also say what your how many points, the Ford points you have for service. So these start at the bottom. It'll talk about what, if there are any warranty claims, what dealer did the actual warranty claims and what it was. When I got the Raptor new, one of the wheels was damaged in transport. So you'll see on here under the warranty, you have a wheel and then the related valve stem and whatnot. And if we go to the other page, it goes into a little bit more detail, but it's opposite. So you hear trans claim, replace scratched right wheel with the rim. Then they noted it on the bill of lading when it came off of the truck. And then basically it also have comments from the repair tech on here. So basically when they brought my truck off of the transport, they put a little scratch in the wheel and they just replaced the wheel, covered under warranty. So obviously that was not related to like the vehicle, the body, so it doesn't come up as vehicle damage itself, it's just a wheel. Also, shortly after I got the truck, I noticed that the front differential seal had a very small leak in it. So it basically, we'll talk about that information. And also say how many miles the vehicle had on it when it came in for that. And I also had them just adjust the driver's door just a little bit. And then on the other part of this, it goes into a little bit more detail, and I'll talk about the tech comments. Talk about on here how they adjusted the driver's door. They made it okay. They also verified that the front differential seal had a leak. So they cleaned it, road tested it, verified the leak, and then they went ahead and replaced it. Again, all under warranty. But this just goes into a little bit more to detail about it. Again, has the mileage, has the date, all that was done. It also has a little bit more information on here, like the selling dealer, where the vehicle actually came from. So you could probably use that code and have your dealer figure out what actual Ford dealer was the original dealer that sold the vehicle. So again, also I have another Oasis report that I had my regular dealer pull for me. This is for my GT350R. Same information, all the information uploaded from the Ford Pass that the vehicle sends to Ford directly, the basic information on the vehicle, the color, drivetrain layout, engine, all that kind of stuff. No outstanding field service actions, no warnings for the VIN, there's no check engine light, no repairs made. This was especially important for my GT350 because I was not unfortunately able to get this from my local dealer because they didn't have an allocation for this, and the car came from Iowa and I'm in New Jersey, so I didn't go check the vehicle before, so I had my regular salesman run this for me, and obviously nothing came up, so I was a lot more comfortable about buying this thing sight unseen. And I knew that there was no damage reported to Ford for the vehicle. And then again, same information about the warranty, when the warranty went into effect. And then on this car, I made one warranty claim on this car. The front hood was a little too close to the fender. I was worried that it could potentially rub when I'm driving. A minor thing, unfortunately, the Shelbys and the Mustangs really in general are known for the panel gaps are not that great. So the vehicle was under warranty. I let them cover it. A little bit more detail on the other page it comes with. Customer states hood is close to one fender and not the other. And the tech basically just commented, adjusted the right front fender too close to the hood. So we just did a simple adjustment there, and then it was half an hour of labor. So there was some interesting information on here, but there's also some very important information on here. So if you ever wondered, what is a Ford Oasis report? What is this thing that these people all talk about on the forum? This is basically it. This is Ford's internal Carfax, and it's especially important if you're buying a vehicle from a dealer where they can get one for you right then and there. There's no excuse why they cannot get one of these things. And if you're getting a vehicle like my 350R, like I said, was, and it was not a special order like the truck was, where I basically saw it the first day it came off the truck. I inspected it myself with the salesman at the dealership. I was able to kind of get a better picture as to what the deal with this car was without seeing it firsthand, and kind of know if any information was reported to Ford regarding the condition of this vehicle. So I hope this was helpful to a lot of people. Like I said, if you're looking at a Ford vehicle, get your hands on one of these things. It could potentially contain a lot of really good, useful information that you're not going to get from a Carfax, but you're going to have to go to someone at a Ford dealer and get one of these things. This is not publicly available information, so you're going to have to find a way to get this from an actual Ford dealer themselves. But if you're buying a vehicle from that dealer, don't let them talk you out of getting one of these things. They can get their hands on one. I called my guy, and he got these for me the following day, and I went and picked them up. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.